Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio, or I should say my workbench at the back of the studio, where I am continuing my quarantine DIY building and soldering practice. This is a kit that I've been waiting to build for quite a while actually, and it is the L2A ReAmp kit from DIY Recording. I've been watching their stuff for a while. Since I'm on this DIY kick at the moment, I figured this was a perfect time to build one of these because we do a lot of reamping here. We also have a reamping episode coming up, and I wanted to get this box in there. But also, beyond the reamping, I'm kind of interested to see how this box will help me use some of my pedals during mixing, kind of in the same fashion that I use the Ecstasy, and see if it works. This is a really inexpensive kit. It's like 50 bucks, I think it was, 50 or 60 bucks. It is really simple, which is good news for me. You've got your PCB laid out nice and easy. We have transformer. We have one resistor. We have XLR and 1/4 inch for your in and your out, your potentiometer, and the ground lift switch. Comes with all the screws you need to put it together and a real simple casing for it. So this should be a pretty straightforward build. So without further ado, I'm gonna get to it. See how quick I can do this one. I will say too that this kit is laid out really well. Great instructions. They have it all laid out online with pictures, the whole 9 yards. This is super easy to follow. Like I said, they've done a great job laying this out. And you can see that the transformer on the back, on one side, it's got this little notch. That is marked on the PCB as well. So it allows you to know exactly which way to put it in. Boom! There we go. That's pretty cool. All in all, it took me about 20 minutes, maybe just a little over 20 minutes actually. This was not hard, and I'm very impressed. Oh, hold on, I got ahead of myself. I said boom, and I haven't put the final thing on. I'm gonna have to say boom again. Now boom! There we go. Not bad, not bad. This thing is really cool. Great instructions. This is so easy to follow. If you've never built any of this stuff before, don't be afraid. Take the leap and do it. So now that it's put together, let's go have some real fun and hear what this sucker sounds like on some guitar, bass, and then we're gonna throw some pedals at it through the console on some drums and see how she handles it. Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna start off with bass, but first let's go through the features of the L2A. This is a very straightforward passive reamp box. On one side you have your level control and the output that goes to the instrument, in this case the bass amp. On the other side, you have your ground lift and the line input, which is XLR. That is coming from your I/O. Now, the level adjustment, since this is a passive box, this is attenuation. You can have it wide open, and that way whatever level you're sending from your computer, it's gonna be full on coming out to your amp. This will let you pull it down if you need to kind of fine tune how the amp is getting hit from the signal. This will be really important when you have an electric guitar, maybe with some distortion pedals or something in front of it, and you don't want to feed that tons of volume going into those distortion pedals or it'll sound really gnarly. This will help you kind of fine tune that so you get just the right sound you're looking for. And it's pretty simple. And that's it, you're good to start reamping. We're gonna lay our bass track down and then we're gonna do a little bit of guitars and then some drums and then we'll put it all together and see what it sounds like. Let's have a listen. For our last demo, I'm going to use the L2A to run some drums back through my OCD pedal. And if you've seen any of my other videos on the channel, then you might already know that I love using pedals while mixing and even sometimes while tracking, especially on drums and vocals. In this case, we're gonna crush some drums with the OCD. Now, I'm pretty eager to see how this works because I would love to add some more reamp channels or ways to get sounds out to my pedals while mixing so I can use more of them. And the L2A was fun to build. It sounded great so far, and it's actually pretty inexpensive, so it'd be a nice way to add 2 or 3 more channels. For me, I'm doing this on the console. So I have my mono room coming out to one channel, and I'm gonna use the insert on the board to send to the L2A into the OCD. So it's gonna go, comes out to the channel, turn the insert on, it sends it to the L2A, then it goes to the OCD, and then that is going to my overstayer channel amp down over here that has an instrument in on the front of it. Now you could easily do this in your own setup if you don't have a console by just going right out of your I/O into the L2A, into whatever you want it to go in, and back in an instrument in on whatever your I/O is. That would totally work too. For me, I know this is how I'm gonna use it, so that's how I wanted to test it. So first off, I'm gonna start with the instrument off. I have the drums off. We're just gonna listen to that room mic. Sounds like a mono room mic. So now I'm going to turn the instrument, or the insert on. So my volume's a little different. So now I'm going to use the level adjustment on the front of the L2A. I'm going to open it up a little bit and try to match my volumes before I turn the OCD on. All right, that's pretty good. So now we're gonna have a little fun.
I could play with this forever now. Matter of fact, when I'm done with this video, I'm probably going to sit here and do that for a while. So it actually works really well. I can sit here and tweak. It sounds good. It has plenty. I'm only about 50% open on the level, so I've got plenty of room to match my volumes if I need to. So overall, I gotta say, I am super stoked with this thing. It was a blast to build. It was easy to build, and I think it sounded really cool on every source. So I think now I need to get one of the DIs and run it with the ReAmp to one of their DIs. Okay, so that's everything. Now let's go take a listen to all of this stuff together and to see what it sounds like. Thanks for joining me on this video, you guys. Go check out the DIYRE stuff. Fun to build. See you next video.